When we think about kind of setting goals or taking action around things in our life that we are seeking to transform, if you read the newsletter, again, I was like, I started as an actress. I did not start as a business person. So moving into running a business was a huge learning curve. And I was fortunate that I saw pretty immediate success, but never then had the time to stop, reset, and establish systems. So that's what I really invested in. And when I say it transformed my business to take it to the next level, I'm not joking. But I didn't really know what my goals were when I set out on that process. I just knew that things could be working better. That was kind of like the motivator for me. I knew that I had a gap. I didn't know what needed to be implemented to fill that gap. I just knew that that gap existed. And so that's really what I'll challenge you to think about as you're thinking about the year ahead and what you would like to see amplified, elevated, transformed, if that's what you're after, is not how do I, what are the steps? How do I, let's not think future focus. Let's really think about an embodied perspective here, which is, where's that gap where you're kind of like, man, I don't know what it is, but something ain't working. Something ain't working here, or something I know I need a little bit more clarity or education or information or support or agency through skill building to fill in that gap and reach my goals and meet my potential. And you might not know that until you start having conversations with people. So that's where I started. I just started having conversations with people. Here's what I'm thinking. This is like what's not really working for me. And it's through that process of conversation, of ultimately co-creation amongst my community that got me to that ultimate solution of, for me, the solution was hiring a coach. So start small, right? You don't have to have it figured out. Initiating a plan does not mean the plan is all in place, right? Initiating a plan means taking a first step toward getting clarity around what that goal might be. So start by having conversation, reflect back to people, and then have them reflect back to you. And even in that, you'll find where there are some information gaps. So give yourself grace. Have a plan in mind, but really embody it. Feel where you're feeling a bit of lack of clarity, and then start having some conversations with people. Not only that, you might be surprised by the resources, referrals, or information that you glean from the people with whom you choose to engage. So that is my advice to you as we enter into 2023 and as we start setting goals, as we start sort of envisioning what this year can look like. Give yourself grace, but, stay curious. I think that will be always our most valuable resource. Peace.